Hello and welcome back to Parkitect. We are in Coral Caldera, which we have a wealthy entrepreneur has purchased this ideal caldera in the middle of the ocean and wishes to turn it into a bustling amusement park. Entrance needs to remain free. Okay, not a big deal. We have to have an overall park rating of 70%, sell at least 800 park tickets. Optional is to sell 400. It usually comes with a financial reward, hopefully. And then we have to get everything done by the end of December year 2. All right, not a big deal. Let's take a look at what we're working with ride-wise. It's a decent selection of some calm rides. We at least have an Enterprise here, thrill rides. Swinging ship's really not that much fun. Then we have not much in the way of coasters, so we're going to have to work on that. We have a monorail, and then we also have a log flume and paddle boats to, I guess... Oh, we do have a little lake here. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have this entire thing. This used to be a volcano of some type. It collapsed, and then we have this caldera that's left over. And look at this little lighthouse. Look how nice that is. I like that thing. Alright. So our guests are going to spawn, I guess, from here. They'll come over and go down. And then inside this building we have our stuff. What do we have as far as this? Oh, we already even have some of the stuff built. Fantastic. Alright, that saves us a bunch of money. Lots of stuff that we don't have to worry about per se. So let's go in here and take a look at what we want to do. And let's do it. So we're going to start off here. What do we have is these sidewalk slabs, gravel. I think I'm going to switch this one over to just concrete and then just make sure we have selected the same color as that. And now we should have that match up pretty decently. Okay. I'm going to get rid of these because I don't like that color. And then we'll pull these ones out here like so. And we have that. So I'm probably going to begin by doing something a little bit over here. Looks like these little turtles. Ooh, look at those guys. All right. So our first kind of thing of business here is to get some basic flat rides in. And then probably we're going to go with a wild mouse. Oh, and I also need to switch this over to coasters because we need to have some actual legitimate rides here. Even though the thrill rides we don't have, they're not great. They're not terrible either. So let's go in and just build on, let's say we want to have it start off this way. We'll start, I don't know, something like that. That sounds good to me. We'll put it over there, and our exit will be over there. It's going to cost $5. And then we can at least start off with our base level stuff here, getting that all set up. All right. So we have that. We have that. I also didn't look and see what type of shops we have. Alright, so we have toilets. Okay. Nothing too big a deal there. Let's, while we're here, let's get our depot put in. Let's go underground here. Okay, so we can see where our depot would connect. And I think I'm going to have it come all the way out here. Mainly because I can have that connect without spending a whole lot of money. I know it needs a footpath, don't worry, we'll get there. We can put in our basic stuff for our guests there. We'll get a set of toilets set up. After that, we'll get in our bubble tea and our hot dogs. I'm happy with those. I wish we had something else. Maybe we'll do umbrellas. Maybe an indication that it's going to be raining a lot in this level here. But we have those. We'll assign these guys to those shops, 1, 2, and 3. And we'll hire our first person here, which would be our hauler. And he's going to be set in a zone that's purely dedicated to just that. And Kathleen Myers, you are set to zone 1. Fantastic. All right, taking a look back here, let's go in and just build our basic wall setup for these. I don't know why I always just scroll right to the bottom. I don't want to have those. I think this is the one I'm going to go with for right now. It's not creative or unique, but it's going to be fine for what we need to do to just start out our base level of this particular level here. All right, so this part's not necessary, but it makes me feel better, and that's what this is all about. And then we'll go in, and we're just going to have this slow rise here. and this side's going to be up just a little bit higher. I think what I'm doing there is mainly just to try to negate, oops, nope, okay. We'll put that back in just a moment. Just to try to negate any issues with the kind of the signs here kind of coming up and above. I'm just going to put that in there. We'll slap some roofs in there. And I need to go back and put the toilets back in along with that spot there. All right. And then what I guess I also should probably put a wall there. But then what I also am going to do, I think, is add on a little spot for our, what we call it, our staff room here. So go in, get rid of that, put that in there. We'll add on that, because if we take a look, that should, okay. And then we'll add our staff room. I'm going to put that right in there, and maybe we'll have this whole thing go the other way as far as roof lines go, just to add some type of difference to what we have set up here. So do that, and then we can go into our roofs. Is it this roof? Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And look at that. It looks like I did something, even though we have little bits sticking beyond that. It's not too big of a deal. And we have a nice little area to begin here. I can then get a carousel slapped in here, like so. I'll put some little foliage in there to make it look nice. It's going to cost us $2. We'll open that one. We'll open this one. And let's get some basic pathways in here. I think we're going to go with, let's just go stone. And I need to do the same thing over here for this one. Alright, that looks all well and good. And then if we wanted to, we can build a little coaster out this way. I think that might not be a bad idea. And then we'll add some theming and stuff, and then we leave a little path here that we could have a pathway go up for another ride somewhere in there down the road. Or we could do it now, and I could just build a little junior coaster in this whole area and then have it do that. Maybe that's what I'll do. So let's go in here. We'll do something like that. Let's just double check. And I'm just going to start maxing the things I can max out here right away. Alright, and we'll start off our lift hill. Like so. I'm still amazed that we can really do like some crazy stuff here with these little rides. Like, this screams to me like a whole lot more than just a regular coaster. Oops, let's see. Let's bring that down just a little bit here. Let's see what we want to do here. We'll do something like that. Flatten that out. I'm not trying to make any crazy kind of coaster here. This is just gonna be a nice little family coaster that should do exactly what we need it to. as far as providing some basic thrills while also making sure that we do everything that a coaster should here. So I'm really stacking a lot of stuff right in over top of itself. And we have our first problem there. We have this little overlap here, so let's see if we do that. Yeah, see? We got it. All of our problems are solved here. Alright, maybe we'll swoop down past this water and then have it come into the station. And I think that will be all this ride really needs to get started with. Do something like that. Maybe make it slightly longer so it comes into the half. Okay. Then we'll have it turn and just go up a little bit. We'll do something like that. Maybe we'll keep it turned. I don't know why it keeps wanting to not turn as much as I would like it to there. But that's fine. We'll get a turn. No. Not doing that. We'll flatten these bad boys out. We'll keep it turned. Bring it back to just one. We go over like so. Have it pop up just a little bit. Flatten out. And we'll have it turn slightly here. We'll do something like that. And then we're just going to bring it down. Like so. This is a much more complicated coaster than I was originally planning on building. That's okay. We have all of that. We'll leave it at its angle because we're going to have that come in like so. Well, let's see if we do make this a little better. We'll have that curve up a little bit. And then we'll bring it back down. And then it's just a matter of bringing this thing back home into the eventual location. Which is that. Straighten out. Nope. Straighten out. Brakes. And then if we put it at 2, yeah, there we go. And we'll trim the speed no matter what. All right. Well, that was a lot more than I was planning on. Let's see. What does that look like? We got high excitement, medium intensity. There we go. Just a nice little coaster there. I'm pretty happy with that little bit of ride. We're just going to call that Caldera Run. When I type on the text box, that'll be helpful. Hit OK there. Got that. Caldera run is going to cost, let's say, $6. It's 50. What is this excitement rating on this one? Yeah, it's way more exciting than that. So we'll go $6. We'll open that up. I know I need to do the lines. Don't worry. I'll get there. So we have that. And then as far as this one goes, it's going to immediately dive down. And I think I'm going to have it come out near the carousel here. There we go. All right. Took up a little bit of space for stuff I was planning on making it look nice, but it works for what we need to do there. And then I'm also able to incorporate some of this line into the station for this thing. So let's build the station real quick, then we can add on the last little pieces that we need to do for this park, and we'll open it up. But we need to have this, that, and that. All right, that's all the entrance work we need to do for this particular ride. Then we can go in. Make sure we designate the various spaces that these rides exist on. All right, and maybe I'll add on the doorways here just for fun. Although it doesn't really work with the height of things, but whatever. It's good for right now. We're gonna just have it be a curved roof, I think. Gonna be easiest for right now. And then roof-wise, we'll go in and add some simple curved roofs. I'm not gonna add any borders or any of that stuff right now. I just want to try to get, just want to try to get stuff started and not burn too much time here in the planning. Let's go in, and the colors for a Caldera run don't look like that. We need to have some red colors here. Some more red, and then the blue for the sports. Let's turn that to be a white color. Okay. Oops, it didn't get that one to be red. Okay. I'm happier with that. As far as the look of the cars, let's take a look here. This one I want to be, let's just have that be blue. This blue we'll have as like an orange kind of color. This guy's going to be a black, and this one is also going to be a black, and I think that works just well for that coaster. We have a lot of area here that doesn't have much in it, especially as you come into the park. The next area we'll build at is a little bit over there, and hopefully that will take care of any of those potential issues that we have. Oh, I'm missing a path right there. All right, so let's go in here and let me be my particular self and do this. Oh, and I'm missing a little bit for the bathroom there. Missing that wall there. I need to get that in there. All right, so happy with that. Let me just go in and add on the other side of things here. Cool. And then we'll just add on our basic lamps. And then finally trash cans. I don't know if these trash cans really fit the theme of this at all with the darker kind of stuff, but I wanted a little bit of contrast there just to make it look slightly different. And we'll put a trash can there as well. Wow, they have a ways to walk to get into this park. Okay, no problem there. As far as fencing goes, I think I'll put up a fence here. Just because you'd never have access to that close to a roller coaster normally, so we do need a little bit of fencing to kind of get things set there. And then we can go in. Where's my, there are my fences. Okay. So we'll get that. I don't think I want to use the stone. Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's go in here. I think just a typical kind of low fence makes sense, but for this area, because there's a coaster there, you would have a high fence on that side. The rest of this can have the lower fence because we don't need to have the big fence in place for all of that. but we do need to make sure we have the other pieces. I'm going to do this for this whole thing, just kind of trying to make it look a little bit more cohesive and how it's set. And then you would have a high fence in this area because you'd never be able to get close to that coaster there. Like that. And we'll add on our other missing pieces to have all of that stuff there. And I think we need high fences back here as well. Okay, so that all looks good. I just want to add some quick decorations, some quick... Ooh, we actually have fireworks this time around. We haven't had fireworks. I haven't played with fireworks a lot, so I don't know a whole bunch about that. Do we have a water jet? Ooh, look at us. We can add a water jet in there. What does that look like? Oh yeah, look at that. That looks nice. So you can go on the ride, get soaked there. Everything looks good. There's absolutely no reason for that, but it's fun. And I don't know what the big splash emitter looks like. I'm not going to worry about that. I want to go back and do what I was supposed to do, which is add on plants here. And just try to clean up some of this stuff, make it look a little bit nicer. Just so it looks like we don't have this area of just trash and a ride that just kind of stuck into the ground for no apparent reason. So we're just going to spend just a real quick little, oops, not that one, just a little amount of time going in here and just getting some of this basic stuff taken care of, just to make it look nicer. When you come into the park, it looks like we actually had a little bit of a plan of what we were doing, even though we most definitely did not. So we have just a couple of pieces going in here. Again, I should rotate the views here in just a moment just to make sure that I've captured everything, but I don't need it to be like perfect. This is definitely not a theme park in that sense where everything is just gorgeous and all that. This is just some eccentric billionaire who has decided that the best way to build an amusement park is not on land where it's easy to access and available for the masses, but it's much easier for us to go through and have people boated in on an invisible boat that then we can then have them trapped to spend all of their money at our resort. That's essentially what the scenario is. So let's go in here. I'm going to make this one. This one's huge, but I want to make it a lot darker. Hopefully just to add a little bit more contrast here. But it's really just to take up a lot of ground space because it's big. It's just as expensive as smaller ones, but it takes up a whole lot more space. Not there. And then we'll go in and add a couple trees to kind of round some of this stuff out. Nope, not that one. There we go, we got those. And these guys, I'm just going to make these bigger. It does increase the price a little bit, and they don't get that much bigger. We're also not using a whole lot of varied stuff here. It just kind of is what it is, but it looks alright. And we're just going to pop in some of these just to try to take up some more space. And then we're going to throw some trees in here as well. I don't actually know if the decoration has an impact on the excitement rating. So like in Roller Coaster Tycoon, if you put trees and stuff near the tracks, it definitely made it a more exciting coaster. I do not know if that happens here in Parkitect. What I do know is that your rides have ratings for decoration. And the higher that rating, you generally get people making more comments, which tends to lead to a more favorable guest experience. But I don't actually know if that holds true with the ratings and stuff for the park itself. What I mean by that is like when we go into the rides, do rides rate higher because of some of these additional things put in there? I just don't know the answer to that. So if you do, could you let me know? Because I would really like to know if that's the case or not. I'm gonna mainly put some palm trees in here because again, we're in the middle of an island. This feels more tropical. So some palm trees with some big leafy kind of vegetation seems to just kind of fit the feel of what we have here for our park. And then just judging by some of the other stuff here, we're going to add some just other random pops of color. I don't know why we're underground here. Oops, took away one of the palm areas. That's okay. And then, let's see here. The tillatries here. Yeah, there's another pop of color. Kind of all fits the same general palette as the rest of the park. I just want to make sure that we have a chance to get everything in there. And I know there's some like grassy kind of things that we could put in. So if I go into plants here, not rocks, plants, and we take a look down a little ways, we have long grasses, and those look really nice in the water kind of areas. Looks a lot more realistic, like something would look if we had that to deal with all the time. So I'm just going to kind of surround that area with a little bit of stuff. Again, I am not an expert at all in how to do any of this stuff, but I've seen a lot of people who have made some really great looking realistic parks without having to do a whole bunch of stuff. They've just kind of added some additional things and made it look really nice. So that's our initial park. I'm going to add on our janitors. We'll get 2 of them. We'll get a mechanic in here as well. We already have our hauler. And then I'm probably going to add 2 security guards there as well, just to make sure that we have our bases covered. So now we have our basic ride. We have 3 of them total. Nothing big deal. But this coaster was at a 50. Let's see if that did increase. Nope. But our decoration rating went way up to a high. If we look at this one, it's at a medium. So at least we have some basic stuff here. And this looks like it runs for 41 seconds. So we're going to make sure that we're waiting for a full load. And you're going to have to wait for at least 30 seconds in the station. Just so we don't... I really hate when we get people who have to sit on the lift hill there. So we have our first groups of people coming in. Oh, they're not generating from... They're generating from some random space there. You can see the kind of generation spot where they're coming from. But we're going to pretend there's a big boat that's bringing all of these people to our park. And I probably should have something over there for them to do immediately, but that's okay. We'll get there at some point. So we've... I don't know. This looks like a nice little area. It looks like it's been here for a while. It looks like it was planned out and well done. And I'm happy with the initial beginning stages of this. So our rides are coming in. This one should be leaving here in just a moment. Any moment. Okay, we're going to dial that back just a little bit. And we'll get that going. Just double checking that the excitement rating, yeah, it stays at 50. Okay, so it's good to know that that doesn't really seem to have a big impact on anything. I really like some of these also, some of these like pre-made ones, like this Dodge 'em Derby. I just think that looks awesome. I really like how that looks. I think it just looks really nice. It'd fit in well with our park, but I'm not going to do that because it's $3,400 for a ride that costs $1,000. Wave Swinger is one of my favorite personal, like, kind of flat rides. They're not really all that complicated or big deal, but I think they're really cool. And I do think we need to involve some rides that for when it rains. So we'll put in some bumper cars, we'll put in some teacups, and a Wave Swinger is going to be kind of the top of the area here. So we get all this stuff built in without any problems. And I don't think I'm going to have to build... Oops, wrong path type. But I don't think we're going to have to really build anything for the Dodgems as far as having them behind cover at all, because they're already an indoor ride. If we take a look at their stats, that should say, yeah, increased popularity during rain. So they're already set with that. I don't have to worry about that kind of aspect of things. I could build a little pathway down here. I don't think I'm going to do that quite yet. There's going to be another ride that we'll put in here. Pirate ship's fine, but again, I'm not a big pirate ship fan in this game. I think they're really fun in real life, but this game does not treat them fairly. It doesn't give them very high ratings for stuff, and people don't seem to tend to really want to go to them. So I'm not going to worry about that for right now. But we're approaching our 50th guest at the park, and we're starting to make a little bit of money, it looks like. But judging by everything here, our parks don't, our guests don't seem to have a preferred intensity rating. We have pretty equal lines for everything, with our Dodgems or our bumper cars being the kind of the big one that we have starting off here as far as new rides that are randomly attracting guests. Teacups. Yeah, see, like these look really cool. Like these little city kind of scenes that people have made in the blueprint area looks awesome. It's just that they're unbelievably expensive, I think, for what you wind up getting. So I'm gonna make a teacups area here, and we're gonna have a little side shoot of the pathway. So I'm gonna make the ride here and there, and this is gonna go like that, and then we're gonna have a little pathway. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, we'll do something like this. So I'm going to build that as an indoor ride. At the end of this, I'm going to put another, I think we'll probably put the pirate ship at that spot, and then we can build an indoor kind of area for the teacups, because we definitely need to make sure we address some indoor areas there. But let's go in and add on our pirate ship. Entrance on one side. Can I put my... Oh, I can get it all the way to the end. That's fascinating. And then we'll smack the exit all the way down there as well. And then I can build on my queue ride like so. Boom. Alright. Pirate ship's going to be $3. We'll open that bad boy up. And then we can work on some theming here to get these kind of... Maybe I make this whole thing one giant building and have it kind of share that with each of the rides share that. That might look kind of cool. So let's go into our walls and see what we have as our options. We have our glass ones. We have these big metal ones, which would be cool, but it's not going to look nice in this particular park. I think we're just going to stick with this guy here. So we have our openings for each of the rides. And then we're going to build on this giant wall that kind of goes around everything. And this is kind of going to be a building inside of a building, because we have our building already established with the bumper cars, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. Building that up. We're gonna make this kind of this weird, like, two-tiered building. So I'm gonna have this building kind of be a little bit taller, and then maybe we can kind of offset some things. So we'll have that one in there like that. Let's see. Get our roofing structure in here like so. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does this one have one of the center peaks? It doesn't appear so. So we'll just go in. And we're already over 100 guests, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. We're going to do something like this. So go into roofing areas here. Let's go just back to the regular traditional roofs here. These guys, yeah. So we'll do the half slope roof. I'm going to make this one this darker kind of brown color, I think. So we'll do something like this. Again, it's a building inside of a building, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal for what we're doing here. Nope, not that one. This is the one I want. Alright, we have that. Then we have this steeper slope that is going to be the same color here. guess I didn't need to put that wall in there, that line. We could get rid of that, but I'm not going to worry about it for right now. And then I'm going to put this basic roof going across here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another roof line come up from there somewhere. I'm not sure what I want it to look like yet, but I want to have some other roof come up at preferably a different angle. So we've already achieved one of our goals. We have the 70% guest satisfaction rating. We're spending a lot of money, but that's okay. We have loans and all that stuff that we have options for. And if we don't, we should, because we have this rich person that bought all this stuff up, so we should have some money to spend. But let's say we do something like this, and then we'll do a slightly, I don't know, we kind of we go into this kind of big arch kind of area. And then we can put in our walls there. And then going back over to roofs, we're going to change the roof color for this so that we're not going to have that brown color. I think we're going to let's go to a red. We'll match the color of the coaster just across the midway there. Do something like that. We have that curved area that we need to have it go up. Oh, you know what? With that curved area, I have to use this type of roof. So I'm going to get rid of these. We can still put in the colors. Nope, I don't want to do that. Just simply trying to get rid of some of our basic stuff here. Okay, so let's go back in here. We have our upward sloping one. It's going to be that color. So we got that. This one's going to come up and do something like that. And then we'll have our flat area of our roof pop in there. Now I should do some border work. I'm not going to be super concerned about all of that, but I do want to go into the details area. There's some nice little small details we can put into these rides, into these areas that will just make them look a little bit nicer. And that reminds me, I still need to go back and fix that area there. Ooh, look at this. Alright, that one is popping as far as popularity goes. That's awesome. Alright, so we have those. We can put windows in. So we can increase the size of those, correct? Or no, we can't. No, we can't change the size of those. Okay. Not a big deal. But we'll go for... I just figured out this grid thing, which is super cool. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one we can change the size of. Okay. So how big does it get when we change the size of it? Nah, it's still not that big. Alright, but we'll put that in there. Nope. Okay. Cool. Whatever. That looks fine. I'm happy with that so far. Our park is moving along. We have our first coaster, which is a spinning coaster. Again, I want like real coasters here because we need a way to continue to attract guests to our park, and little dinky coasters are not going to cut it for this. So we're going to need to get some more real rides here soon. I guess I'll probably switch it over to a thrill ride setting here shortly, because we're still lacking a lot of the basic thrill rides that we need to have, I think, to make this park better. Oops. One here, trash can. Yeah. let's go back over to fences and get this bad boy set up. I'm very bad at putting these down. I apologize. Oh, here we go. This is hopefully the fruits of our labor will pay off here with next little bit. As we did spend a good deal of money going in and making sure that we had indoor spaces for all of our guests. Alright, we have that. Let's go in and add on some plants. Some shrubs. Some smaller shrubs. Some massive, whatever this thing is, just obscenely huge. That's fine. And then trees, go in and just add in some basic plants. There we go. Okay. I'm cool with that. Looks like our park is alive and functioning. We have big lines for some of these rides. There are people filtering into that one. This one looks like it's getting ready to leave, or we'll have almost a full train, which is cool. This guy is always loaded up with people. And we're only in April year 1 and we have 200 people. So we're a quarter of a way through our people and we are not a quarter of a way through our time. So we're doing all right. Alright, we're going to have a lot of people coming with teacups here. One of my problems in this game is I consistently like to just kind of pack stuff close together because it kind of gives that theme park feel. But the problem is that now I have all my rides in a very tight area down here and we have a lot of flat area over here to expand. We have this whole hilled area. What I really want to have is a big enough coaster that can dump something fun over there, but I don't know if that's going to take place or not right now. Yeah, let me go fix that because I don't know what I was thinking with that one. I've talked about it a few times now and I haven't fixed it yet. So let me go fix that. It is this wall here. You need to go away. That needs to come back in. And there we go. One of the things I've been playing with a little bit while not recording is on, not borders, but where's it at? Pillars. Pillars are cool. I really haven't played with these before. But I like the size of them. I like what you can do with them. I think they do some cool stuff. So if I go into the pillar here, you can see I can add on like these little pillars, but then I can stick it onto the corner itself. And it just adds on a little detail. And if I were to make it a little bigger, I could do that and make it look nicer. But just that little corner there, I think looks better than this corner where it has these angles. It kind of knocks those off. Now, I really should just outline this whole thing. With borders. So instead of talking about it, I'm going to do it. Let's see. Oh, that's right. This side's up a little higher. And then we have the half slope. There we go. And one of the things I like about borders is it covers up all the little mistakes you make, so makes it look a little nicer. These are really thick borders. Those pillars, can I make them thicker? So maybe half. Oh, there we go. Okay. So if I go in. Yeah, look at that. Finishes off that building nicely, doesn't it? just lock it into that corner. And go up, and we'll do the same thing down here. Again, I have no idea what I'm actually doing here, but I'm having fun, so that's all that matters. Alright. I think that building looks significantly better, more cleaned up. I'd still like to do something with that corner, and I'm sure there's ways to do that, but I just don't know what they are, so I'm not going to worry about it for right now. We're going to let this speed up a little bit. You can see that we have full lines for that ride. Or at least it was full, but people are getting in there, coming out. All but 2 are taken up, so we're making some money there. And what was the spinning coaster? What does it look like? Yeah, see, I'm just not good at building these things. I don't... Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of those. We can do a wild mouse. So maybe the wild mouse will exist back here as kind of the endpoint for this ride. So the first spot will be there. And then we'll bring this out. And we'll do block break, drop straight, turn, 1, 2, 3, turn, drop straight, turn, 1, 2, 3. Okay, can come one more. Turn, block break. All right, so we'll start with a little drop here. But it's going to be a little more than normal. Did I line this up right? Nope, of course not. All right. Block break. Actually, let's do a regular break here, because I don't think it's going to impact any of this. We're going to have a stop, station. Yeah, it's not going to impact that at all, so we'll just do a regular break. A block break, a station, and then a straight part there. 1 and 2. We'll wait for our test results because they're still waiting to come back. We will definitely just knock that down to like 4 because we'll have 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one's all the way back there. I think that should be fine. It is flying through all that. All right, 44 seconds, so it means we're holding in station for like a maximum of 10 seconds. And then we can open this bad boy up. Here we go. Okay, that was my only concern, that this part, that guy wasn't going to make it from this back one. I probably should have checked that, but it does. So we're good there. You're releasing. You're up. That means this one has a clear run all the way to the brake run, which is what we want. And by the time this guy gets to the top of that lift hill, this one should be ready to go. And we are flying through that. Oh my. That is an intense end of that wild mouse ride, but that's fine. We're just on the cusp of being high intensity, which is actually what I would love to have, but it's not going to happen right now. Let's go in and add some basic walls and just make sure this end structure here is what it should be. We got that. And then roof-wise, this weather always happens at the worst time. Right, I want to make this a black or a darker roof. So I'm starting to figure some things out. I got that roof and all that structure built without any issues. Maybe we'll add some lighting, because we're definitely missing some color in the back area of that park. So lighting wise, it's more of a modern looking structure. So alright, pirate ship, I can't see what I want to do. Thank you, pirate ship. Alright, we have that. It looks all nice and well done. We are getting people on board, so we have our first round of customers going through here. At least that I've seen for the most part. And yeah, it looks good. Again, I want a real roller coaster, inverted spinning coaster. I don't know what that is. So we're going to switch gears here, because we'll have to build one of those, but we're going to have to bring that over to be roll rides and up our ride kind of catalog overall. So we'll finish off with some fences here. Maybe we'll build in a little bit of, probably should have a bathroom or something back there, but there's one actually really not all that far away. This is not a big park right now. I am concerned about our lack of janitors taking care of that spot there. Let's hire another one just to make sure we have those. Our security guards, where are they? Awesome. Both all the way up there, doing no good whatsoever. Same with our maintenance guy. We'll hire another one of them. Alright, I think the last thing we're going to do for right now until we get some more rides and or So this is my other problem. So I tend to get like a particular tree that I think looks good, and I just build a whole bunch of them, and it winds up just not being a good thing overall for everybody. But I think those look nice. And sure, all these trees clearly fit together. The styles that they are, right? They all fit. I love these things. They just take up so much space. They're not the prettiest looking plants in the world, especially if I just use a single color with them, but that's okay. They look decent for what they are. Let's make this one a darker green. Alright, I'm cool with that. So I'm really wanting just to get to see what this inverted spinning coaster is, because I don't remember what that is. I haven't really built one of those before. We're here in July, year 1. We have 300 guests in our park. If we're taking a look at what our goals are, we need to get at least 800 people total, or sell 800. Our satisfaction is good, and we have to sell 400, and that unlocks a steel coaster. Okay, so we'll get a free ride at that point, which sounds great to me. We have this guy here. So we take a look money-wise. I'm going to slow the game back down here. Its maximum revenue per month is $1,400. After all this stuff, it's $1,300. If we look at our enterprise, charging $5. Its maximum profit is only $367. Our wild mouse, I can't imagine, is making too much bank for us. Yeah, maximum revenue is just under $500. This bad boy's maximum revenue is, wow, it's about the same as the wild mouse. Awesome. Our maximum revenue for this is $150, and then finally we have this bad boy with a maximum revenue of $147. Oh, and our carousel. I forgot to look at you. Your maximum revenue is negative $14. So that's not a profitable ride, but it does what it needs to do for what we have here. So we have thrill ride, inverted spinning coaster. I have absolutely no idea what that coaster type is. Hopefully we get it here soon, and then we can build something with our money and hopefully start getting some more thrill rides to better outfit this park with some higher quality things. The wave swinger I think is going to go in here, and then we'll have a path go out this way. And hopefully we can get a nice coaster in this area. That should, I think, be enough to take care of everything we need with this park. Okay, we have our inverted spinning coaster, so let's go and take a look here at what that is. Oh, okay. No, this ride's cool. If we look at some of the blueprints here, let me just turn off the scenery with these. Okay, never mind. There are some really cool things you can do with this ride. So, this particular ride is crazy expensive, but you can see we have some major inversions. We have some. This one looks like it doesn't have an actual lift hill. It has a bunch of other things that go through as far as launches go. So there's a lot we can do with this ride. I'm going to pause this at this point, and we're going to take a look and actually let's take a look at our loan here real fast and just see. Okay, so we have lots of money we can deal with to build a really big ride, and maybe we'll do it in this area here. I'm thinking that we're going to build a station somewhere over here. If this path continues out, we'll make this L. So the station will be somewhere over here. It'll launch up, come over, do some stuff in this area, and then come back into the station is my plan. So let's see how that works. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is just expand this path out a little bit, just to give us a kind of a guideway of where we may or may not want to go down the road here. I think I actually might make the station on this main pathway, just because we have a bunch of entrances and exits there, I think it makes more sense to have the main entrance for this ride be on that side. Okay, we'll set it back just a ways. And I don't know how big the trains for this are. So cars per train is 4, okay. So we'll do that. We're going to do a limb-based launch system, which is not something I've done here. I don't think really at all. I wanted to accelerate like crazy. We're going to bring that out. Can I make it go up and do the limb? Oh, awesome. So, can I make it go up even higher? Oh, yeah. All right, so I can do something fun like that. We can get rid of the limb launch at that point, I think, and have it roll over. And we're going to bring this back down if I didn't go too short. All right, so I'm cool with that. So we're bringing in for this big sweeping kind of turn thing. We'll flatten. No, we're not going to flatten that out. We're going to leave it like that. Have it do something like that, I guess. Alright, I ran out of money, so we have 2 really cheap loans and then one much more expensive and one significantly more expensive. We'll take this one here. I don't think we're going to get in too much trouble for that. And I'm just bringing this up just to see what the speed is like. We bring it up. Nope, we can't do that. Can I push it out more? Nope. Okay. So let's just have this flatten out here like so. Then we can bring it up. Now let's have it flatten a little nicer. Like so. Now, my goal here is I need to put in some type of brake run or block brakes just to be able to continue doing some more stuff here. So that's going to be going nice and slow. We could put in a block brake. We will trim that speed no matter what. It's only going to be, I think, 4 in size here. And then we're going to be able to do some more fun stuff here. So we're going to have this drop significantly through here. We'll straighten this out. Go through a loop. I think that should fit. Oh yeah, barely making it, but it's making it. That's all that matters. Yeah, I'm making this thing way more intense than it needs to be, but there's a method to the madness here. And that's basically that we need to have something that's high intensity that will attract guests, and we currently don't have anything like that. So I want to make sure we have something that brings people to the park and gives them a reason to stay with us. But it's also different than all the other stuff that we have, because we have some really basic roller coasters. They're not super exciting. There's not a lot with them, and I want to make sure we find a reason to have people come here. So, oh, I really wanted to have the brake run there. And the reason for that brake run is it's going to have another launch, fill up this area here and have it come back, but that's not going to work. Okay, so let's see here. We can shorten that up, I think. Have that come out flat, like so. And then we'll very carefully just bring a little bit in here. No matter what, we're going to trim that area up. Alright, we're going to have that. And then we can go with another limb assist. Something like that. Oh, that would have been sweet if I could have done that. But we'll do something like that instead. I think this will all work. Let's find out. So we go into a little brake run. Fire it up again. Yeah, there we go. Now I could just bring that back. That's not what I'm going to do. I want it to go out like this. Let's see, what does that look like from over top? Yep, that's not going to work. Shorten that up to 1. Bring that down. Okay, let's see here. I think instead of doing that, we'll flatten that area out and have it start to turn. And then we can have it actually turn. We'll have it jump up. Bring it back down. And have it turn over here. Do something like that. And then we'll bring it in and around. Let's see. Was that going to work? I built the exact same thing I had a problem with it last time. Okay. So this one's going to be a little wider. We'll bring it up just a bit. We'll flatten that out. And it's not going to work when we come back straight, is it? Where is it? Oh gosh, did I pick the wrong way for this? Oh, I picked the wrong way for this turn. Okay. Hold on. Is this all turning the wrong way? Okay. Yeah, I made everything turn the wrong way. My bad. Okay. So, we'll do that. We'll have it swing way out. We'll flatten that out there. We'll bring that over just a little bit bigger. Or not. So we'll have that pop down. Oh, I'm really struggling to finish this coaster up. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. There's a lot we could do here. I like this idea, and then just want to bring it back into station. But this area here is causing me some problems. So instead of let's doing that, let's go have it do its big dramatic flippy here. We'll do that, but we're going to have it turn coming out of there. Why can I not? Okay, let's just make sure that's at 1 to 1. There we go. Bring it straight. Why will you not go through there? You should be able to go through there without any issue. All right, but it looks like we can make this even bigger if we needed to. So we're going to make it even bigger. Let me see here. So, nope, I want that to go all the way up and over. So you're here. Yep, you go up and over. Going this way. And we will have you do that. Alright, we have that, and our height is 6 down here, so we'll flatten out a bit. And it's just a matter of getting this lined up, which I'm not actually building this, I just want to see how close I am. I'm just 1 off, so that turn there. We have that. We're going to turn like so. We'll have that lined up. I actually don't even know what the stats on this ride are currently. Our intensity is extreme, so that's not going to work. Oh my. Okay. Let's start all over again here. I think I'm going to go back with a traditional lift hill, and we'll figure out exactly what we want to do here with a little bit more. I apologize. Alright, so I'm going to do that. We'll have that go in there. Can we make it a longer train or no? Yes, we can. So we'll make that the long train so we can fit all of the peoples on there. We'll head up. We can't do the super steep, but we can do steep enough. So we'll do something like this. We can do a straight drop, which is super fun. And there's no inside drop or anything like that. So we'll have it come on down. We'll flatten that bad boy out. We're going to go immediately into, I think, a cobra roll. So, can't go right. We can go left. Then we'll pop out here. Not quite that big. Then it will pop back. Go through another one of these, heading off towards the right. We'll have it do that. And then go into a loop. So we got that going on. That's all well and good. Alright, we're going to make that a smaller loop, I think. And then we'll have this curve out and flatten. To there, I'm going to just make a brake run. Again, the only reason I'm doing that is because I want to try to maximize the number of guests that can go in here. And we can maximize more guests with a quick brake run. Let's go in here. We're going to have this curve in like so. Flatten it out. And then we'll do something like that. Have it be over the midway like so. I realized it took up a whole bunch more space by doing that, but I think that looks fine. We'll go through and make sure it makes through this corkscrew. No problem. Comes in here. We can shorten this way up. We'll do something like that. Again, let's take a look at our current stats, make sure I'm not having to redo the whole thing again. All right, we're still at very high, very high. We're on the cusp of high for intensity, which is perfect. And real quick, of course I'm off by one, because why wouldn't I be? Alright, we'll have that into our first set of brakes, followed by a much larger brake run for our block brakes. Alright, we have that, and then we can put a little S-bend and there, and then another set of block brakes, I think. There we go. Okay, so our right entrance is going to be there, our exit will be right there. This takes up an enormous amount more space than I thought it would, but that's okay. Just double check and make sure that we have all of this stuff working. I do want to increase the lift hill speed by quite a bit. And I think the wave swinger thing is going to look really nice right in this spot here. So yeah, I'm cool with that. We can test it. Let's see how trains we have right now. Definitely not running 4 trains. We'll run 3 trains, I think. They will all back up like that. All right. And then as far as the ride line goes, Just making some ridiculous line because I can. And we have something like that. Okay. So we have this all ready to go. We're going to have to charge a whole lot more money from this. It was very high before, wasn't it? Alright, but even still, that's going to be like $8. We need to pay back some of those loans we took out. And then we can go in and get the rest of our stuff there. Then I need to build a station, but we can play while that's happening. Alright, so we should see an increase in visitors here, which is always nice to see. That took entirely too long to build that coaster. I apologize, but I do want to make sure that we had something that works and it's fun. Does its thing there. I probably should have just had this do a brief turnaround and come back to the station at this point instead of having this large extra area. But I was okay with that. So I also want to make sure that as this thing gets here, I basically want this to be delayed just a little bit more, and we should be good. That going like so. See, the ride is a minute long, so that means we need to wait in the station for at least 20 seconds. And we'll wait for a full load. Do we have any thoughts? I don't know what we're going to call this. Obsidian, is that how you spell it? Sure. Alright, so we have that, and let's go in and now we can build on our basic structures as far as building goes. And we'll get that in there like so. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this station yet. There we go. We got our 400 park tickets sold. We are not even halfway. We're only in August, so that's good. So we have something that looks like that right now. Okay. That looks like garbage. Look, the restraints are even higher than the track itself. Okay, we can't do that. That's not going to work. So let's see here. Alright, we'll add another layer going up around all of this. We are getting lots of people who want to go on this ride, so that's a plus. We'll see if they stick around longer term or not, but we have people at least wanting to ride our rides right now, which is always nice to have. And we'll figure out what we're doing with the rest of this roof here in just a moment. Gotta figure out this area here. I forgot to put a roof segment on that part. And then we can go in and take a look at roofs. Let's do some weird orange roof because that says eruption to me. Actually, not terrible. It's better than I thought it would be. Alright. Go back in here with this one. Get that weird orange color. And just put in the rest of that. And just like I did for this area here, I just need to finish off that wall. It doesn't really make architectural sense at all for that to be like that, but that's what I did. So it's going to stay because I don't want to redo that area, and it looks fine. Maybe I should stick a bathroom down in here. No, there's a bathroom right there. What am I talking about? But we are getting lines for this ride. The ride is not having to wait, so hopefully this guy's going to clear that. There we go, before the next one comes in. The timing of it's good. What's our satisfaction rating? Is 72? Something more intense. Okay, and we have Twister. I'm sorry, the guests of this park must be so upset. There's basically only one ride that is highly intense. Everything else is just on the cusp of being intense, but it's not there. So like this is 55, this one here is 56, and that's a junior coaster. This one is 58, and then to get to the high, we have to reach that 60. So I probably should have just made some of these turns a little less banked, and we would have been fine, but I didn't do that. I'm sorry, but that's just not how it went. So I can get that close. I would have loved to put that in there, but it's just not going to work. Or I could put it kind of at the end of this area, or somewhere over there if I really wanted to, but I don't think that's a good idea. We'll put it in there eventually here, but let's fast forward a little bit, get some more guests, get some more money, and hopefully a real flat ride or two to really round out our selection here. While that's happening, I should probably put in the tall fences to make sure that guests are not accessing this whole area here, because that's not a spot for them. So that whole area here is going to have high fences. There we go. Something like that. Hire another janitor, take care of that area. There we go, it's all cleaned up. We're doing good. And oh, that's right, we have a steel coaster. We could build another coaster if we wanted to right now. So why don't we go in and put in our other, put the wave swinger in here. That'll just give us a starting ground location of where we can put stuff to start off with. So that is as close as I can get with this ride. But I can put that there, I can put that there, and then we should be able, yeah, there we go. So I have that, and then I can make my line. I can't make it under there fully, but something like that. $3 sounds about right. We'll open that one up. Go back into our fencing and make sure that this area is just going to have high fences, as is all of this. And then we can go with the lower fences. Really got to get close to get some of those fences out of there, because for some reason I always put them in the wrong spots. Alright, that looks all well and nice. Probably could put another food court or something back there, just to add a little variety, or maybe over here. But then we have space for a steel coaster that we can have kind of rocket through this area and have a little bit of fun, because we are quickly adding guests, so we should be okay here pretty soon, but we do have a rather large loan that I want to take care of as quickly as possible. So let's get rid of these guys that are on the pathways. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And I'll get our lights and such in there, like so. And then there's the bench right there, and we'll get our trash cans. There we go. Okay. So this ride has medium decoration. I'm fine with that right now. We have $10,000 to build a steel coaster. We also have a twister coming. Just not gonna really move the needle for anything in this park. I do need to leave some space open either to go out this way or this way because we have a lot more land, but we've also kind of tied ourselves in, especially with this coaster now. We're kind of locked into a lot of the stuff here. But I am loving that we're sending out full trains. If we go into our money situation for this ride, this ride has a maximum of $1,200. It's actually not as good as this one, which is interesting. But hopefully we'll keep drawing in more people here and that will bring it in. If we have a couple of $1,200, $1,300 coasters, that should kind of finish this off pretty quickly for a lot of what we need to do. But as far as steel coaster goes here, we can have it go right in here. So I want to make sure I avoid our current existing coaster. But do we have space to build this one on? And we'll fill up. There we go. Okay. And we'll start going with our lift hill here. This is going to be our biggest ride in the park, but it's also not going to be anything that's bananas as far as the ride goes. It's going to be a nice big drop. That will flatten out. So our drop is coming from 18. Yeah, great. I don't care about the twister. That is the worst thrill ride in this game, in my opinion. Oops. Let's see. I want that to go to 185. I'll have that scoop over there like so. Put in a block run. And this is really just more like a out and back style ride. It's nothing crazy. Oh, wow, barely makes it over that. Let's see, it goes through there, no problem. Doesn't make it back up to this brake run. Barely. Oops, and we'll flatten that out like so. Right now, I'm not trying to make anything crazy. This is going to be as inexpensive as quick as possible. Make a nice, simple ride that can come out. Let's have that just flatten out there. just going to have that go straight, I think. And then it's going to be time to start bringing that back towards our station here. Alright, so... Oh, it's going to be over the wall mouse there. Okay, so we have to do that as a 2. And then we'll block break this bad boy up. Nope. Flatten it out. And then put in some regular breaks. And then some block breaks. How's the nausea ultra extreme? There's literally nothing on this coaster that is extreme in any sense. Has a big sloping drop, goes up, maybe just this little area here where it barely makes it through. So instead of 3, we'll do 2. We'll have it go up and do its thing. Okay, that's fine. Slopes through, nice big thing there. Goes up and slows down. Nice little drop into there. Turns. A quick little spot there. I don't see how that's an ultra extreme nausea rating, but let's go back here. And we'll back it up here. Maybe we just don't need to have this part here, so we'll have that turn in here. We'll go like flatten that out like that. We'll have that flatten over here. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Alright, we'll have this go straight. Just one more little section. Turn. Flatten out. Into some breaks. Also bring up that lift hull speed a bit. We'll have a test. And how many trains do we have? No, we want 2 trains. So we'll test that out. No big deal there. Nice little spot. That doesn't seem like it's too much to me. I mean, I could smooth that out so it's not quite as steep if they really wanted me to, but I don't think that's necessary. Then we drop in here, go into that, and then hit the brakes. We're awaiting our new results, so hopefully those will come back very positively for us. Because I flat out don't understand the rating of the last one at all. Alright, and then as far as this goes, think we're just gonna have it. So we'll call that one Lava Rock. It's going to cost $10. And we're going to open that up and see if people like it or not. While we're doing that, we'll get our trash bins on there. Like so. 2, 3, 4. And get our lamppost in here. And then I can put on the rest of our benches. It's 1, 2, 3. Oops. Of course, I put everything in the wrong spot, but that's okay. And then we have our trash cans. What did our rating end up being on this? Okay. I was going to say, that Ultra Extreme Nausea rating made no sense to me whatsoever. So we finally have a high intensity ride that people should like. It's a 45-second ride, so we're gonna dump the maximum wait time down there to 25, and our minimum is gonna be 15. We'll get on and get out as quickly as humanly possible. As for our next ride here, we have our Star Shape, which I think is the one that spins and does stuff. That can probably fit in here if it's not too big. And we should be able to easily support the next round of people coming in here. So we're at December year 1. We have 603 things sold. 2 people have left our park. So let's go in here and just advertise for some rides. So that one, flyers for just a month or a TV is going to cost that much. If I bring it up to 3 months, that's more than we can afford for just a second. As soon as we get up, there we go. We're going to start that. Hopefully that will bring in the guests that we need to have. This ride is very popular with our guests. And this one here looks good. So we have our rides all rocking and rolling here. I guess I should probably build a station of some type for this guy. But then I'm hoping that we pretty much are done this one at that point, because we've almost built everything there is to kind of do for this one right now. I don't think there's really a whole lot of need to go forward with most of this. Alright, so I'm just gonna enclose this building. And we're doing something stupid easy. We'll keep the red roofs, because this is lava rock, so the red roofs make sense. Alright, let's speed the game back up here. We are making $1,700 a month right now. Is that a month or a week? Yeah, operating profit last month was $1,700. That's going to suffer a little bit with our thunderstorms here. That's okay. We spent our $16,000 loan on 2 coasters, a swing ride, and that's about it for that part. I think I might make a... Let's see, can I actually put in a toilet right there? Nope. Okay. Well, we can put it back here. And then we can build some basic walls to protect that. We have our star shape now available to us. suppose I should build a fence right there. And I'm actually missing a shorter fence right there. Alright, if I wanted to, I could really fill this whole area up with stuff. I don't want to do that right now. And just taking a look at star shape. Yeah, this is a big ride. Like, I couldn't even fit it in here. What I could do, theoretically, is I could remove the pirate ship, put the star shape in there like so, and put the pirate ship in the back here. I don't think I want to do that. What I really want to have happen is this thunderstorm to go away. Thank you, thunderstorm, for going away. So that we can attract some more guests. And hopefully bring in lots more money here. But if we take a look, we don't have a lot of guests. For the amount of money that we just spent, it's actually not a whole bunch of guests coming in. But we do have people coming in and through the park here. We are now officially in year 2. We're in February of year 2. So we're doing a decent job here. We're going to do some more advertising. Let's say we get some free ride vouchers and we'll let you go on this guy. So we'll start that. We'll start free ride voucher on this one. That will last for 6 months. And hopefully that will also encourage some people to come into the park and do what they want to do here. So the park itself is operating pretty nicely. It's a 4 coasters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flat rides. It's a little out of balance, but it's okay. Because it's Parkitect, we're allowed to have fun with this. And then we'll build something over here, either a food court or something else along those lines. And I think I might start trying to just pay little bits of this loan back, just because it's a pretty large loan, and I don't like having that sit over top of me for the remainder of the game. But what I can do is we'll pause it real fast. I'm going to take out this $15,000 loan. Right now we're paying $465. But just by taking out that loan, we're now paying $420 because we were able to do some quick and easy math. So that's nice and easy there. We go through and got that going. As far as another thrill ride coming, we got a top spin coming, so that's nice. I wish I would have done this guy out here and then brought it back, just because then it gives me a little bit more room over this waterway to work with. What I could also do here, though, is we have paddle boats, so we can put those in if we wanted here. And I always do this wrong. All right, let me go rebuild the paddle boats the way it's supposed to be built. So I'll do it like that. Then I can drag it out here. We have our entrance, we have our exit. Build on that, and then we can go in and build our queue. So it costs a total of $2. We'll open that up. And we're just slowly gonna pay back our loans here. Not that we really need to, but I just want to get rid of some of this stuff while we're trying to get this thing accomplished. So we're going to need maybe the top spin can go in this area, and then we're pretty much boxed into the rest of this. I don't think there's really another, I guess I could have a path go out through here, over, back up, and then back through here. I don't know if that's really necessary, but I could do it. I just need more people to come into the park right now. You see, everybody wants to go all the way out here for some reason. So let's see, if I did that, pretty easily do something like that. Easily through here and then through there. Okay. Not a giant fan of this idea, but at least gives our guests a little place to spread out. I can put some smaller rides potentially in here. So let's take a look. we have a twister, which theory fits somewhere over there. There we go. Alright, so we're going to be able to get a little bit of stuff spread in the park here just to try to fill out some of our ride collections and to just hopefully add a little overall to the enjoyment of the park itself. Maybe if I put the paths on here properly, it'll make it even more enjoyable. So we have that. So we have to have tall fences through all this because we're coming very close to coasters. And in real life, a lot of these rides would probably have a some type of fencing or netting around them as well, but we don't need to worry about that for right now. Alright, so we have that. Our park, as far as guests are going back up. This ride is hopefully getting people. Yeah, see, it's doing a good job here. This one here, how we doing? There we go. How close are we to our goal here? Because we are in May. We have 90 more tickets to sell. And then we've accomplished what we need to do. So we're going to go over to advertisements. We have Obsidian has a voucher for a free ride, so we're going to do a free ride voucher for a lava run, and we'll set that for 6 months. Once we get enough money, we'll start that up. There we go. So we have free ride vouchers for our 2 big coasters, and you can see we're making $2,100 a month here, so we should be in good shape here very soon. This ride still is packing them in, which I love. See that everybody comes off. We have to wait for them to spin back into place here. I like that these wheels always spin no matter what. The little the booster wheels for the brakes and stuff, they're always spinning. This ride comes in. We have this guy who has currently wearing a glass bowl, because why wouldn't you? How long have you been in our park, Glass Bowl Man? You've been with us for 35 minutes. You spent $45, and your current favorite ride is the swinging ships. All right, that has to change. Let's see if when we get you off of this ride, if your new favorite ride increases in enjoyment here. Nope. So you're still you'd rather go on swinging ships than a coaster. Okay, not my deal, but I can respect it. And let's see, we have a top spin, which doesn't take up a whole bunch of space. We can easily put that in there. It fits, we just don't have enough money for it right now, but we can definitely put that in there, which I'm happy about. And then the other one can go over there. Beautiful. The only other thing that we should probably do is some type of fence across here, just so that we don't have people going too far outside the bounds. So when they get there, they should stop at the fence, or, you know, just go straight beyond it. Not that it matters at all. Okay, we got a social media post about Lava Rock. Yeah, that's what you get for, you got stuck because you went past my fence. This ride is shockingly popular. And how are we doing with our goals? Alright, so we're closing in on our goals here. We're in June, so we have the 3 to 6 months here to finish up, and hopefully we will get that accomplished here very, very shortly. So I would like to add more theming throughout all of this to make it look more cohesive, but I'm pretty happy with how most of this area looks. I'm not happy with this ride as far as what it actually does, but it's fine for the beginning stages of, it's fine for what it was meant to do. Its job was purely to make sure that we could get some more people into the park, and I think it's done its job there. So if I prepay this to $1,500, we have $12,000 left. We have an $18,000 one that we can take out, and that's at the same interest rate, so that's nice that we do have some buffer zone. Even if we took that out, we still have room to pay off the other one completely and not really have it be too big of a deal. See what our overall thoughts are. They want to go on Obsidian. Of course they do. Obsidian was awesome. Caldera Run was amazing. Lava Rock was awesome. Okay, so getting lots of people who are happy with the rides overall. Let's take a look. I don't think we haven't had any reports of vandalism, so people have been pretty happy with that. If we look at the decoration, this area here people are really happy with, and then it falls off real fast. But that's okay. We can increase those things pretty easily and quickly, and yeah, we're getting there. So again, taking a look here, we're at 7. So we need 21 more guests, and then we're done. And what ride are we doing? A launch drop tower. Beautiful. That would be a great ride. If I didn't put that there, that would have been a great ride to put in here. But it should fit in here relatively easily, or even over here, or over in this area. So there's lots of spots where we can put on a launch drop tower. And yeah, we're going to be in good shape here real quick. I think that might actually fit right in here. If it does, I'm going to be pretty happy with that placement and have it there. And then we should be just about done here any moment now. We should really be closing in on the final round of stuff. So we have 14 more people to get into the park, and then we've completed it in our time frame here. So I want to get to this point here where we have this one. You can see it's slowly trudging along here. And once it finishes its thing, we'll be in real good shape. So we're looking good. I'm happy. We're making $2,200 a month. We're going to be able to pay off that loan no problem. And we have autosave. I thought it was going to be the win. But we still have a few more people we need to get in here. We're in July year 2. We still have plenty of time to get the last few guests that we need to have in here done. And we might do some shops as our next round of stuff here. Because I would like to put our little shop area here. Alright, so we have our drop tower, our launch drop tower, so I'll put that in. Oh yeah, look at that. It fits. It's perfect. It fits right in there. So I can put the entrance over here. I can put the exit over here. Actually, let me change that exit to be here. And let me just get rid of... There we go. There we go. Okay. And I still need to do construction on this. And make it as tall as it needs to be. Go ahead and test. We'll see how that works out. We have that. It's medium excitement. And we're just going to open that up ahead of time here, because I really like the interaction this has with all the other rides. Put in our tall fences. And of course, it instantly closes. Alright, we can get rid of these taller ones and put in some shorter ones because they are no longer running right next to the track there. Alright, and then let's spend some time doing some basic decoration here. There we go. We have that in there, and now we need to hold that for 3 weeks, as you normally do with any of those other ones. So we've completed all of our goals here. We're just waiting to officially complete them, and then we will be able to move on to our next, oops, not that guy, scenario here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this park turned out. It's not exactly what I would have done in all circumstances. I think I could have laid some things out better. I'm really happy with how the park started out. This little kind of midway that we had here was really nice going through. I like this little section over here that we built on. I would have liked to add a lot more detail to these buildings that house 2 of our rides, but it works out. This whole beginning section was good. Once we got to this coaster, things kind of fell apart a little bit as far as one, planning for the future of the park, but also just the overall cohesiveness of what we were trying to do here, I think falls apart pretty quickly at that stage. It just doesn't look as good as what it could have. It's okay. It's just not my favorite that I've ever done in this game, but it works for right now, and we're getting close to what the park looks like, and yeah, we just need to hold on to this for a little bit longer. Should not be a big deal to hold on to these goals, as I definitely just go through and theme out some of these areas a little bit more, and hopefully increase some of their ratings. So we're going to go back here and add in some colors here real soon, because right now it's very just flat green, and we'll get some more color in here very shortly. But for our initial stages, I just wanted to get some pops in there. We'll go in with our shrubs and add on some more color. I would also probably like to enclose like that. The scrambler ride needs to be enclosed, or twist, or whatever they call it. I call it the scrambler. But yeah, just going in and adding some little details here. I do like this little back pathway through things. It feels very Six Flags, as far as like having this random path that accomplishes a goal but doesn't do it in the most coherent way possible. It just kind of feels like they needed a path to go from one place to another, and it got built because it needed to get built, and there's no real other reason why it did what it did, which feels very Six Flags to me. So I'm pretty, even though it's not a good path, it doesn't have anything on it, there's no personality or anything as far as making it do what you would think it would do, it kind of works, as far as just, it accomplishes the goal of getting people from one side to the other. It does its job there. So we're going in here, just adding in some final little details, and then hopefully we'll be able to finish this up really soon. I'm just going to fast forward this here to get it to go a little faster for us, and then we should be able to go through. We're attracting more guests to our park. If we take a look over here, we've sold, well, we don't know how many tickets we sold overall now because it goes away, but we will knock this out of the park, no problem. Our thoughts, the scenery here is amazing. So yeah, we've definitely upped our game there. That is now our most popular item as far as the wording goes. And yeah, we have our park done. It's beautiful. I'm very happy with the overall kind of final look here, and we've accomplished all of our goals. So that's going to knock us up, or finish us up here for today. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in our next round of Parkitect.